hello, and welcome. I am Logan. I am the DM of this lovely stream that we have going night every Thursday, right on time at our scheduled start time of 7:08. This week
we did good this week.
We did really good this week. I'm really proud of us. We're making big strides. Let's see. I'm joined by all of my lovely players tonight. Connor is still here. He is just not with us in sight.
I'm with you in voice.
In voice, which is enough. Let's just jump right. No, I was being nice. Let's just jump right in.
I know you were.
Let's go ahead, introduce your characters, and we'll go from there, starting in the same order that we do every time.
Hi, I'm Connor. You can't see me. I play Sophron. He sounds a little bit like this. He's deep and mysterious and quarrelsome. There you go. He's a minotaur barbarian who is now level 6, right? Yeah. Exciting.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Nemea, who would be having an identity crisis if she had a solid sense of identity.
Can't have a crisis.
Wow.
But we're going to work through that this session. And she's a human Odyssean rogue.
Hello, my name is Sean. I play Aeneas. And he's a Circle of Stars druid. I think Aeneas, what's the biggest thing on Aeneas's mind? I don't know. He's been kind of just vibing for the last couple. Other people seem to be having more problems than him right now, so he's sort of just vibing along, trying to help when he can, but there's a lot of weird crap happening, so I don't know. At some point, it's probably all going to blow up. We'll see.
I'm Abby. I play Elegy. Our pronouns are she, her. And Elegy is a siren element monk who continues to be sad and full of rage. But we're also going to work through that this session. We'll see.
Hi, my name's Joey, he, him. I play Kyriakos, or Kai, a human demigod sorcerer. And he wants to know, are you his mommy?
Stupid. And I am Logan, and I play everyone else, including at least one love interest for each of these people.
At least one.
Some of them, they just haven't met yet. Let's see. We are playing Odyssey of the Dragonlords. As always, it is an extensive D&D 5e campaign that we have converted to D&D 5e.2024, and we're having a great time. We will start out, let's see, with our vignette. Who is joining me tonight on this vignette? It is Abby.
Get me.
Perfect. So I will set the scene for you. So Pelos and Ione. It is well past lights out at the Temple of the Oracle, and the two of you should definitely not be here. You've snuck down a hidden staircase past glowing wards that you're pretty sure would zap you if you touched them, and now you're deep under the temple in a part that no one really talks about. The Oracle has been acting really weird lately, vanishing down here every single night for the past month, muttering to herself more than usual, skipping meals, which that's actually not all that unusual, but you name it, she's been doing weird things. You're not saying it's prophecy stuff, but it's probably prophecy stuff. Now you find yourself down here in this super secret forbidden place. Ahead of you is a large stone arch, sort of soft glowing magic coming from it. There's something in there, something the Oracle has been keeping secret, and you are going to see what it is.
So, Pelos is a 14-year-old-ish boy he's got like little nerdy glasses and like a whole scroll case that he's like carrying down with him, sneaking down. He's like ruffling through the scrolls and like pulls one up and points at these like magic glyphs, and he's like, "These glyphs, they match what was in Shore Beyond Sleep. That's gotta be impossible. Look at this, Ione."
Pelos, I don't have time to be listening to all this. Let's just get in there and figure out what the Oracle's trying to hide from us. You and your dumb scrolls.
No, but you don't understand. In the Cinder Scroll fragment, it said, when the sleeper breathes, the sky forgets its shape.
Right. Yeah, well, either way, my father says the Oracle's trying to hide something from us, and I think we need to find out. But, I
She's
don't
not
think I believe
hiding.
any of it.
She's not hiding something. A prophecy is happening, and it's going to be amazing, and we're going to be there for it.
Prophecies? Prophecies don't happen the way they used to. You don't just get a big new prophecy out of nowhere.
Perfect.
Like, puts the scrolls back and pushes up his glasses. I'll show you.
You guys continue down this little passageway through this stone arch. Inside is a natural chamber that's sort of been augmented by other nice carvings. A very old chamber. Like I said, most people don't really ever come down here. It's not outright said that you're not supposed to be here, but you are not supposed to be here. In the center of this chamber is a sarcophagus with like a bunch of glowing runes on it. This is what you came for.
Look at that. This is going to be so awesome.
That is disgusting. You think there's someone dead in there? No way.
No, they're sleeping. That's why they're called the sleeper.
I don't know. I think they're making this all up anyways. So let's just open up that thing and figure out what's happening. And then we can tell everybody else what's going on. And we'll have all the knowledge.
Yeah, because we'll be there for the prophecy happening.
You and
then
this
I can write my own
prophecy.
scroll, and it's going to be so
Pelos.
popular.
Oh my god. Right. I'm sure your scroll will be so popular. Anyways,
Guys.
come on. Let's get over here.
You step forward, and then you hear a little from behind you, and you whip around, and you see Thalos, one of probably the oldest attendant of the temple, sort of up, leaning against the wall. You walked right past them when you walked into this chamber. You're like, why is it when something happens around here, it's always you two? Temple of the Oracle. Pah! We should name this Temple of Pelos and Iona for how much trouble you get into. You've managed to get yourself past not one, but two wards that would definitely have turned you into lightning. Not hit you with lightning, turned you into lightning if you touched them. And now you're about to touch one that will turn you into a frog. And yet you're here. Very proud.
Sorry, what was his name again?
Thales.
Thales. Well, Thales, I mean, we were just testing our skills. Like you said, we would never try and actually get in, but you were here to study, and this is such good real-life practice. I mean, as my father says, he said, you've got to take real-life experience when you can get it, and I mean, this is real life, right, Pelos? And he sort of like elbows
That's
him.
what I've been telling you. You are such a suck-up.
No,
Pelos,
don't call
shut
out
your
people's
froggy
negative
little mouth
traits
before I
right
make
to
you
their
touch that.
face. Okay, well, real life experience. What is it you two expect to find down here? A dusty old tomb?
Well, I mean, no, we weren't exactly sure there was going to be a tomb, but we thought there was someone named, and then as Ione says the name, I think the strap on Pelos's backpack sort of like snaps, and all these scrolls tumble out,
No, my
covering the
scrolls!
sound. And I don't believe it, but we had to put it to rest. It's causing such a problem with all the other acolytes. It was distracting everyone. We're really doing a service here, figuring out who. And then he says the name again, and this time he's sort of like, I think, his coin purse sort of like slips off, and all these coins clatter out. And dang it! And then he sort of like scrabbles around on the floor.
Well, Ione, stranger things have happened. This is the temple of the oracle. That person you seek, he says the name, and as he says it, a vase just explodes in the background, covering up the noise of it, does rest here. And the oracle has taken care of them for some time.
Oh, what? What do you mean? That makes no sense. Why would the oracle care for this person for so long?
That's the question. Why would the oracle care for someone for so long? Seems like a great task.
Of finishing picking up my scroll. I'm like, but how long? How long?
About 500 years.
500 years? That's
That's
as long
some-
as the gods have been around.
And so why would someone keep someone for that long? What do you think? Must they be important somehow?
I mean, maybe, but important for 500
Definitely
years?
really
Who's
important.
That no one stays for 500.
Yes, they do.
No one
If they're
stays important for
prophesized
500
and
years.
important and heroes and important.
This person was a great hero in their time. And the oracle has kept them so that they may be a hero in our time. Doesn't that make sense?
And they're not dead, they're just sleeping. Ione says that they're dead.
We
They're
could find
in a
out.
tomb. Exactly.
You said we can't touch it or we'll turn
That
into
is
frogs.
what we-
I don't want to be a
That
frog.
one was a joke. But you definitely would have turned into lightning. Those two are for true.
Well, I mean, Pellis, you should test it first just to see.
You pinky promise I won't turn
Ione
into
pushes
a frog?
Pellis to touch the tomb.
There is a ward, now that I remember, before you touch it. You might have noticed that you can't say, and as he says the name, just like, I don't know, a rock falls and crushes something next to it, making this loud noise. We can't say that name without something tragic happening. For instance, he says it 3 times in a row, and like, I don't know, you just hear screaming in the distance from nobody. Then like the room shakes and like vibrates and you can't do it. On the third one, Pelos, your other strap breaks and all of your scrolls come pouring back out onto the floor.
Yeah, what's that about? I thought I read about it in the Tenebrae Hymbrel. It says they had something in it called the Mark of Mute Flame, but I thought that was fiction.
That is true. Why would we not be able to say their name?
You
I
can't.
pose you that question.
I didn't even know magic like that existed.
It's very strong and old, deep in the bones of this temple.
And epic?
And
Cool.
epic and cool.
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
The purpose of this... Ione, what is this place? Not here. This whole place, where we work and live and serve.
Well, I mean,
I know.
The temple.
I know.
Pelos, what is this place where we work and live and serve?
The Temple of Sidon.
It's not anymore. It's the Temple of the Oracle. But you ruined my second question, which was going to be, what did it used to be, child? Yes, it used to be a Temple of Sidon. And so he still has
really, you should only
some
ask
power here. And so this protects this individual from his ears. We cannot utter his name or they might hear. So that's what that's about. But I assure you, totally safe to touch the tomb. For sure.
Okay, I'm going to touch it then.
Perfect. You go around to touch it, and it's already like all the runes on it are glowing, and it's like already moving, like before you get to it.
Wow.
What did you do, Pelos?
I didn't do anything, but we're going to witness it.
Wait, is it supposed to be moving like that?
It's always been supposed to be moving, and we were supposed to be here for it.
You were supposed to be here for when wakes up, and when they say the name, the tomb lid falls to the floor and covers up the noise of it. Sort of arising from it very groggily is one human, looks awfully a lot like Nemea. You don't know who that person is, though. And they're groggy and they're out of it. And Thales goes up to them, sort of taking control of the situation from the two of you, and says, "Now, shush. You are fine. Do you know where you are?" And the sleeper goes, "Oh, I do not know where I am. Oh, I cannot remember." And then Thales is like, "Shush. It will be fine. Let's start. Do you know your name?" "My Nemea. And they say it confidently. Nemea.
That's not right.
And Thales is like, "It is now." And with that, we will cut and we will be right back for a super special surprise. And we are back. I hope you enjoyed our super special intro video crafted by the one and only Abby. So, good job on that, Abby. We love it and appreciate it. Let's see. Continuing, I guess, where did we leave off last time? You all had been in the Mythic Forge. Well, at least 4 of you had been in the Mythic Forge, encountering Sholexia, the guardian of the forge, who you were fully prepared to fight before she realized that the actual thing that was haunting this place was a very large Cerberus that you quickly dispatched with the timely reappearance of Elegy. And then, after you had defeated that, you were then greeted by the welcoming committee of the Mythomines, known as the Troglodyte King and his horde. And then you quickly and efficiently dispatched all of them. Then afterwards, you made a deal with Sholexia to sort of get the forgery going. You offered her legal counsel, and then you summoned Vulcan to come back and work the forge. And that has happened. So he's here with Kyra, Sholexia, and the rest of you. And you were all taking a couple, at least overnight, maybe a couple days. It's up to you to rest and regroup. He's been through a lot. And Vulcan has promised to do some work for you, and it'll take him a couple days to complete it. So we will pick up there with the rest of you, or with all of you, maybe winding down. We'll say this is the same night. All of the activity, I guess it's been 2 nights because Kyra left and came back. So you're still just sort of moseying around. You're getting acquainted with the place. You haven't encountered anything dangerous, except for some chickens upstairs that seem to be able to turn things into stone, but you quickly dispatched those off camera. And now you have the run of the place.
What a fun game.
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I've started a fire and I'm cooking these stone chicken.
Great. Kai, where do you think you are?
No, we don't need a fire. I'm cooking it in the lava.
I think Kai is still back at that really deep pit. Is it open here as well, or do I have to go back upstairs to see into it?
It goes down here.
Yeah. I'm for sure like skipping rocks over there, you know.
Right. I'm gonna rifle through your bag for the biggest, fullest flask of wine.
I mechanically have no wine.
Mechanically have no wine.
You go for it. You go for it.
I'll rifle for the horn of Balmetria, which whoever has that.
That
Perfect.
can produce endless wine.
Yeah. So I'll just pretend that we slipped it in your pack because it had the most room. You finished your wine, and then I put the horn of Balmetria in there, and I'm retrieving it now.
Perfect.
Great. I'm gonna wander over to Elegy, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, the chicken smells good. Do you want a little wine?" And I shake the horn with it.
Oh, what? I was thinking, I heard that they eat fried chicken in Mytros as a comfort food, and I thought maybe we all needed some comfort.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How are you frying it?
In the lava, and I pull it out, it's just fucking black.
Nemea, who knows nothing about cooking, is probably like, that seems right to me.
I think this is how it's supposed to be.
You're totally, yeah, you're definitely doing it. And I'm gonna be like, I'll pour you a big glass of, like, I guess she has wooden kind of like soldier's cups in her pack. She'll pour you like a big glass of wine from this unending cup, and she'll pour herself one.
Oh, Nemea, I told you I didn't really like wine, but I think we're desperate at this point.
It's, you know, you don't have to drink it. It's endless. It's just the moral that I can't drink alone. You know?
Yeah,
So you can
I
just
said we're desperate.
okay. She's like, all right. She's gonna cheers and you know, take a glug, 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 glug. It's gonna be like, oh, well, I don't know what happened when you're gone, but I've had a lot on my mind.
You don't know what happened when I was gone. I don't know what happened when I was gone. It's
like-
perfect. We
Like-
love it.
But do you really?
Oh, what happened to me? I don't know
Yeah.
what happened to you.
Oh, she's like, well, if you don't want to talk about what happened to you, I'll tell you what happened to me, which was we were at the tomb, and, you know, you saw the skeleton man. He gave me the things. He told me to be better
Uh-huh.
next time, which, you know, not very helpful, but okay. And she's like, and then on the way out, I snuck into that first tomb we went into, you know, with Esther, the person whose play we were in.
Uh-huh.
I opened it. Tomb was empty.
Tomb was empty?
Tomb was empty.
I mean, maybe somebody was just like, of course this guy's bad. We can rob his tomb of his entire body. And I'll take it and put it on my mantle.
What if I'm Esther? I don't know. What if I'm Esther?
Oh. I mean, that is a worse situation.
We were in his play.
We were in, he
played the-
started off good.
We played the
And
people
then
he
it's a
killed.
little bit of bad, and now if you're Esther, you're good at games, so it all balances out. It's fine.
If I was evil yesterday, am I evil today?
You don't have to be.
Okay. So that's what happened to me. What happened to you?
Well, it wasn't. I mean, I show you the piece of paper with the art that I drew again, and it like has the dawn on all sides and the like, I don't know, glowing light, and it's all in like charcoal, so it's just black and white. And then you can see the same like figures that I messaged you about are like etched into the background of this also, like roughly scratched. She's like, yeah, I just went here, and then this light talked to me and told me that I had to go find some information that nobody's had for 2,000 years. So no big deal.
You
And
were
then I
gone-
was there for
you were gone
like
for like 3 days.
2 minutes.
3 days.
Not 3 days, 2 minutes. And then I showed up and there was a massive dog.
Yes. That
But
part I
that's
do
not
remember.
really not that interesting. That's happened to me before. I mean, not the light talking, but the going away.
It has happened. Well, I was a little curious about what could have happened to you because, you know, there's been a lot of strange powers lately, and I looked up a little bit and they said silver is the color of Mytros.
I don't know. I mean, sure.
Do you I mean, she's supposed to be gone. What's up with that?
Yeah. The Kyra said that she's where they can't return to or something. Whatever.
And does she do is Mytros in charge of the sirens?
No.
No.
The gods don't give a shit about that.
Well, apparently she likes you.
But unless it's a fake her.
A fake her.
Every time she shows up, my life gets worse. So I think it has to not be an. Oh, but the gods do suck. I don't know.
Hey! Kyrie.
What?
Kyra in the background.
You're on the up and up. You ran really fast.
I'm gonna look at this drawing in more detail, and I'm gonna be like, so who's this and this? I'm gonna be like, you know, I don't remember anything, so I'm hoping if I learn other people's past, it'll help me put things together. Other than I know I have brothers somewhere.
Who's what?
Who's the? She's gonna like point to your drawing and be like, who's? And then she's just gonna go through like each. She's like, what's these and this?
The drawing. She's like doesn't recognize that she's scratched these like
Okay.
shadows in. Yeah. She's
And I'm
like
gonna-
I don't know. Those are shading.
I like
I'm not
hold
an
up.
artist.
I hold
just
it up
make
to the
maps.
lava light, and I'm like, okay, shading. I see. This is very dull. This is, you know, a little surreal, but okay. And then I guess I'll. Oh, go ahead.
Do you think it's not shading? It might be my subconscious, but that's okay.
I mean, they kind of look like people, but I don't. I mean, it's hard to tell.
She'll like flip back in the book and she's like, I can show you real pictures of real people though.
Yes.
She'll like go through a bunch of drawings that she's done of like her entire nest, which is like what 20 people or something.
Oh my gosh.
But like, this is Jeremiah. He's my best friend, and also
Jeremiah?
my half brother.
Oh, I love brothers. They're the best. How did you get one? Where?
What do you mean? How did I get one?
Well, I'm pretty sure I have brothers, but I don't know how I got them.
Oh, we were in the same clutch, so our mom had us all at the same time.
Mm.
And there were like 6 of us, and we were the best ones, according to us.
And you only ate one of your siblings.
Okay, so Jeremiah and I'll go like I'll just go through them all and I'll be like, but tell me, you know, tell me more. So they're missing? Do you get to see them often? How did you end up with Kai in the inn? How did all that happen?
Oh, it's a long story to me.
Well, you know, we have endless wine and lava chicken.
I pulled the chicken out of the lava. It's been there this whole time.
It's
Like cut into it
crunched
to get the
now.
blackness off. Do you think if we eat this, we turn to stone? Let's find out.
There's only one way to know. eat that chicken.
Not only are they missing, but the Earth decided that they were not worthy of history. So no, you're the first one other than me to know them now.
Oh, I like that. I usually don't remember anything. So this is, this is an improvement for me.
Well, you have to remember. You have to remember them.
I will.
Now I'm the only one that remembers them, and that's a lot.
Okay. I'll be like, Jeremiah, yes. I'm just muttering, like facts about that.
Or like pull my ring off and be like, look, this ring doesn't even remember him. Isn't that funny? It's not funny.
I'm like, what do you mean? It's a ring. Do rings remember?
What does it say? It says like comma something something.
It says for when you can no longer hear my voice, or something like that. To
And
like,
my ad for when you
yeah, and then it
So it just has
starts
blank
with a
name, comma, phrase, yeah.
This is very strange grammar.
It's not, his name used
scratch
to be
here?
there.
Oh, his name is gone?
His name is gone. And look, Kai, I need your bag.
Go for it. It's over there.
Oh, great. I'll just go stumble my way over to the back.
Go
Here it
find
is.
some letters.
Letters.
That I wrote.
There's a lot in here. I
Yeah.
rummage.
You pull
and I
some
come
out.
back. Yeah, I come back with a fist.
I don't actually know what the letter. Do the letters just have blank spots where names should be?
Yeah, or it like replaces. No, yeah, it has blank. But it's like not
See?
obviously blank. It
like
like
This is what I
Splotches.
wrote up about
Splotches of ink.
cadence.
Mm.
How far back? I don't
Mm-hmm.
years.
as far back as you can go.
Yeah, so there's just blanks.
Mhm.
Nemea's like, this is big.
Look, and I'll pull
But
out
Kai?
the letter. I'll pull out a letter that Kai wrote that I have, and it still has names.
I was just gonna ask, how does your book still have their names?
Yeah, my book remembers, just like I remember.
I'm gonna be like,
Also, you can write their names now, and that's fine.
I write their names. It's fine. Nothing happens.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they disappeared, but no.
Okay. Can I do like insight? Like I want to investigate
The universe.
Elegy
Oh.
and the universe. I just want to see like, is there
Is there something
an aura of
wrong with her?
protection?
Oh, okay.
And or that, but
Okay.
no. I was thinking, Nemea fully believes this. I mean, this is
Okay.
just as incredible as her life story.
Mm.
So
It's true. So insight would tell you about how Elegy is acting. I would say maybe
Okay.
Arcana would tell
Yeah.
you more about if there's something magic happening presently
Yeah.
or in the past.
I want to see just like what divine forces or magical forces are
Okay.
at play.
Yep.
And like specifically on her person. Like, is there something on her person that, like, about her person that seems shielded?
Okay.
Great. 12.
Presently, there's nothing magic happening here. And you recall Aeneas has detected magic around Elegy, not mentioned anything out of sorts with Elegy. This could certainly be something that happened in the past. It definitely sounds magic. It doesn't sound all that dissimilar to like your situation. Maybe just sort of the inverse of that.
True.
So I mean, there could very well be something, and likely is something magic has happened in the past, but it doesn't appear to presently be affecting Elegy.
Okay.
Nemea, you're looking at me weird. Please don't
I
tell me you think
I'm
I'm
like-
crazy. They all
I'm-
thought that was crazy.
No, I think it's. I mean, is it any more crazy than maybe I'm a man who died in the past, who was terrible, and now is reborn as a woman in the future with no memory? No.
Somehow,
And
to me, that seems less crazy.
And
your
the
story.
oracle is in love with said person, so you know. Yours is
We're
at
both-
a much larger scale. I'll give you that. Mine is very individual. But I feel like she's looking at you like with one eye. You know, she's like, if I close one eye, I can see magic better. So that she's just making a funny face. She's like,
Maybe we're both crazy.
maybe we're both crazy. Maybe it's
That
us.
would be okay.
You know, why'd they put us in charge?
No, Sophron's in charge. He's the,
Sophron's in charge.
he's the sane one.
He's there to make sure we don't make too bad decisions.
We will pause there for you two, and we will transition over to Kai is over at the big pit, sort of throwing things into it. You start to hear some protesting behind you as Kyra is dragging Aeneas down the hallway to join you. And she's like, okay, you can stop complaining. You're already here, so you might as well just participate.
Kyra, what are we doing here? Why did you need to drag me?
This is a sad boy over here. She's like pointing at Kai. He's throwing things into a big pit. No one in a good state of mind does that. So I thought we'd spice it up and we played my favorite game. It's very simple. It's called Two Truths and a Trauma. And you just say two simple things about yourself, and then you say one horrible emotional experience that's happened to you in the past, and then we guess which is which.
I love Auntie Railroad Kyra.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard of this game before, but I guess
People play it all the time.
Yeah, is that true, Kai? You ever heard of this one?
Kai has like a huge rock over his head. You're like, how is he lifting that? You don't really know, but there's like energy coming off of his skin, and he's just like, probably not. And he like chucks it, and it like bounces a bunch on the wall on the way down, and apparently that's good. And he's very excited about that.
We've tried to address his family trauma as a group, and it's very challenging. Okay, sometimes you just need time.
No, that's what
to
the
work
game
through
does. Look at him. This is way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Into the abyss.
Okay, Aeneas, you start first. It's game time. Okay.
Right, two truths and a trauma.
And a trauma. That
All
trauma,
right.
that's the important one.
That's the important one. Let's see. Truth
Wait,
number...
we
I
should
guess I'm
make-
not supposed to say which is which.
Aeneas, we should make Kyra go first, don't you think? If she's going to make us play this game.
Okay, number one. I once wrote an epic poem that was so epic that a satyr burst into tears and renounced debauchery for the rest of his life. 2, I've been banned from exactly 6 temples, 5 taverns, and 1 very confused bakery. 3, I spent 40 years as a songbird trapped in a cage because I broke a vow I did not remember.
And now we
Yeah.
guess.
And now you guess which
Well-
is the trauma.
Which ones would be most traumatic for you? Is this an interesting question?
This is
For some reason, I'm gonna
philosophy.
guess the songbird
I
trapped in a
think,
cage.
knowing what I know about our family, I would say social rejection is the worst. So getting banned from that bakery must have stung.
It was the best bakery in all of Mytros. They made croissants that were just heavenly. And that's coming from a god. So, like, they were good. And I can't go back. And so that's my trauma. Okay,
I too have been traumatized by bread since leaving Mytros. I can't wait to get back.
Traumatized by bread.
Well,
That
whatever
wasn't-
these
I
people
don't know
call,
if I
whatever these provincials call bread.
Why? What's
You hear in the background,
definition of
have some
trauma
lava
again?
chicken!
Because I'm a little confused.
What? What was your question?
What does trauma mean again? Because I didn't think it was bread related usually.
You've never met this croissant then. Talking about something terrible.
And I don't want to meet that lava chicken.
horrible, things like that. That have, just light. Keep it fresh.
Like, keep it fresh. Alright, let's see. Okay. 2 truths and a trauma. I spent 7 years as a wood mouse.
That's good, that's good.
Let's see. Well, I never knew my parents. And let's see. I was once banished from a temple.
Hey, you're copying me.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Okay, Kai, which is it?
I feel like all of them explain you, so that's good. You're just a field mouse of a boy. I mean, Joey knows, right? You're banished. You're the banished one, not just from a temple, but all of Mytros, aren't you? That's what the rumor is
banished one?
that I've heard.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know how good a communication they are with each other, but theoretically, yes, I'm banished from every temple.
Ooh, what
Which
did
one
you
do
do
you
for
think,
that to
Kyra?
happen? Oh, no, I think it's the temple for sure.
Well, I didn't do anything, so there's that, and that's why it's traumatic.
You did. People don't just up and ban you. You have to do something horrible, like at a bakery, to get banned. And
Yeah,
so
What
you
did
don't
you
just
get banned
bakery.
for?
No, it's not my turn again.
What did I... Like I said, I didn't do anything inherently.
Ooh, this is
If-
cryptic. Let's keep going.
No, we're done. Your turn.
Okay, Kai,
Kai.
gotta one up him. That was not a great turn on his round. I think he might come back in the second round, though, so we gotta really set the bar high.
I don't think this is a competition.
Kai's gonna be like, my favorite color is purple. I'm a great lay, and my mom was taken by a giant green dragon when I was a wee lad, and it was very sad.
I think we already know about this trauma.
Yeah, I think it has to be a new trauma.
But okay, my favorite color is purple. I'm a great lay, and everyone thinks I'm a demigod, so I get everything. People think I get everything easy and free, and people think my dad spoils me, but I had never even met him until just now, and I've been held away from society because of the treatment, and this is the most I've spent with any one person in this group, like as this group, ever in my life. I've never spent this much time with a single group of people. I just float.
Okay, a little more than 3, but I think that last one was the trauma.
Yeah,
Nope.
I agree.
Purple
And
lay,
Ace suddenly
and then-
grabbed glasses. He's got a little scroll out, and he's a quill, and he's sort of like, all right. So we've got family trauma, we've got social rejection, we've got, let's see, unrealistic expectations. There's a lot to dive into here. Kyra, I think, can see, and he's just scribbling. He can't write, so he's just scribbling things with ink. Why don't we break those down a little bit and work on them? Family trauma seems like it's working at a slow pace, so we'll leave that one to the side for now.
Aeneas, I just shared so much. What's your favorite color?
Wow, that's really
My favorite
insensitive.
color. Well, it's easy. It's green. It's basic, but It's Thylea. Thylea is green. That's how
Do you
it
want to
works.
throw rocks?
No, absolutely not.
They make big sounds, which I assume is probably the most sensation. You know,
Yeah.
probably like a fireworks show for you.
I mean, I guess.
Listen to this one,
Sometimes-
and Kai's just gonna start pushing a giant boulder.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of grating, actually, hearing all the noises. They're pretty loud, all these folks. I'm used to being by myself most of the time.
Well, you could turn into a mouse and scurry off.
He does that. Actually,
A
he turns into a
huge
mouse and then
crushing rock just goes down the mine.
he will crawl onto your shoulder and sit there.
Perfect.
Push the rock with me.
No.
We will cut to Sophron, who's, I will say, is just sort of lounging next to a pit of lava. And sort of like,
yeah, he's like camped up next to the forge,
Yep.
watching it from a distance, keeping an eye on Vulcan.
Yep.
Kind of watching his process.
Yep. And so like the camera zooms back a little bit, and Shalexia's just lounging next to, like, she's in the pool and you're outside of the pool next to you.
Hmm.
She goes, "So what do you do here? You know, this group of people doesn't seem to do a lot. What do you do?"
Mostly keep them out of trouble, I would say. There's we've been prophesized as saviors of Thylea. We are to stop the doom of Lutheria, but it's all just.
I don't care much for prophecy. Tell me, who do you hate? I hate dwarves. Do you hate anybody?
Yes.
You must hate somebody.
I mean, yeah, it's an uncomfortable pause. Like, Sophron is clearly, like, how do I respond to this question? I hate, individuals. Don't hate entire groups of people like you seem to with these dwarves. That's par for the course. How do you don't live a life without coming across somebody you disagree with and have qualms with and butt heads. It's not a point of pride, but
Well,
yes, sure. I hate some people.
do you hate the most? I'll tell you who I hate the most. All dwarves.
The person, Alexia, race. Premise of your question is flawed. Look, there's one man in particular who has antagonized me, or rather he did antagonize me in my youth, and he is the reason that I'm no longer human.
Wow. You hate him?
As far as reasons to go for hating someone, I think that's a fair assessment, yes.
What are you going to do about
Okay
it?
feeling. Well,
You should
quite
find
frankly,
him, and you should destroy him.
I suspect he's long dead. I don't think that there's anything to be done to destroy him. It's been 40 years. Do I really need to hang on to that anger? I don't think it's good for me.
Anchor's kept me going for 300 years. It can keep you going for 45.
You think I can live to be 107?
Well, no, but you already said 40, and you only need 5 more.
Yes, well, I think a life of accepting what's happened to me, it will get me through another 5.
Well, I should try that sometime. Not now.
Well, I don't know. I suppose it's possible he's still alive, but
What's his name? Who is he?
the thing about him is he's He's a trickster. Gone by many names in many places, and I can't say that I know exactly what his true name is. In my mind, I just call him now the man with the golden eyes.
Oh, that's cryptic.
Well, he was a cryptic man, and he took what I love about life and kept it from me. I don't see it fitting to give the man a name.
Well,
I
if
don't
you want
see
to
it
know if
fit
he's
to think about
alive,
the man to begin with.
you could ask the Oracle. She knows a lot. She knew you would be here 400 years ago.
What?
She gave me that ring with your name on it.
Right. The ring out of my pocket and kind of turn it over, get it.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know. I feel yes. Maybe it would be nice to know what happened to him. But aren't I better off for having not let this Esther ruin my life? I found joy. My age. I've moved on. There's more things to life to experience.
But what if he's still
Because
out
it's
there?
not what I imagined I wanted when I was 21. Doesn't mean it's not a life worth living.
What if he's out there doing the same thing to you, to someone else?
Oh, that's a tragedy for that person. And someday, maybe he will get his comeuppance. But
Yeah,
is it
maybe
my place
someday
to dole out that justice?
those dwarves will get their comeuppance. Okay, and with
Very
that,
strange,
The
Mythia.
like a necklace of skulls is lying in the corner. The camera pans, comeuppance.
Yeah.
okay, we can go back to Nemea and Elegy if you have more to talk about. Or if anyone has anything else to say to anyone else. You're not limited. There is ample time.
Elegy,
Aeneas
was
has
there-
started rat-tattooing the rock throwing. It's on Kai's head.
I think Kai
Pulling
is
the
going to look back and see, like, wait, why are you in my backpack? And, like, look back and maybe, like, run over there and then see you have letters. And he's like, oh, no, whose are those? And, like, rush, like, worried that they're from lovers or whatever, you know.
I'm reading them out loud.
Yeah. Kai's like, you're, like, holding them above Kai's head. And Kai's like, give it back.
Stop it!
I'm gonna
It's
mage
not
hand.
about-
I'm gonna mage hand it to me and put it back into my
Alright,
backpack.
fine. It's no fun.
Okay, before we
Like
get
I'll
into
never see that person ever again anyway.
we're going to pause for technical difficulties. And we're back from our technical difficulties. So,
The emergency was wine.
the emergency. It's not wine. Okay. So, you had run back. You had gotten the letters. You had seen that they were rifling through. They had probably not seen the one letter you were probably concerned for them seeing because they were looking for Elegy's letters.
That letter I keep on my person.
Oh, okay, perfect. So they definitely didn't see that. Okay. Did you have someone you wanted to talk to, Kai, or are you going to postpone that?
We'll postpone it.
Okay, perfect. So you guys wrap up. You have a nice dinner. The horn can spawn food, so you don't have to eat the charred remains of a chicken. You actually have a
God.
whole feast and endless wine. at
Kai's
your-
getting
know,
little
Aeneas-
cheese
Aeneas,
and
don't
feeding
eat
it.
that pie. This chicken is surprisingly good. The black part,
Trigger is great. Jerky.
I mean, I'll try it, I guess. Probably eating worse, to be fair.
It's one of the worst things you've ever had.
Alright, I'm gonna...
It's both-
Yeah, in the...
Charcoal, like elemental carbon on the outside, but also still cold, like lukewarm on the middle.
I think,
It
and it's
detoxifies
like-
poisons.
takes a bite, chews for like a half second, and then sort of like tenses aside and just Like, no, he's like a kid. He's like no propriety at all. No attempt to really hide it other than turning to the side. He says, yeah, no, I think I'm good, guys.
Is it
I will hand you
undersalted? I can
cheese.
put more salt on it.
Wait, I just don't think I'm feeling chicken tonight, to be honest. Having flashbacks, you know, just...
To what?
To when you were a chicken?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a chicken before.
Your life is so interesting.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can turn into animals, so...
Perfect. And you all have a riveting conversation over dinner. In the morning, instead of loitering around this place for the week or so that Vulcan will be working on this stuff, he's like, I can just deliver this to you when it's done. You don't have to hang around. I actually don't want you watching me work. It's distracting. And so he sort of kicks you out of the forge that he now
She's
takes.
not. Shalexi's just like been watching everyone the entire time.
No, she doesn't bother me.
Alright, whatever.
So you find yourself sort of ushered, asked, and pushed to the front of the mine. So now you're just outside again. Where would you like to head?
Oh,
Well, I
I-
think, should I head back to Astoria real quick? It's the easiest, probably the clearest path anyways. And it's pretty easy to get from anywhere else from there.
I can get rid of this, and she rattles her.
Why do you have
God.
those? We did not
Thank
cover that.
Thylea.
we made a promise
You weren't
to
there for
a
that?
dwarven minor with an E, not minor with an epsilon, not minor with an omega, and we
The hell are those?
we had to go and get his friend's remains. We went and uncovered the forge.
We get money
We get a
for
cash
it.
Five-
reward.
25
Oh,
gold
money.
per skull.
I mean, they were already dead. And if they weren't already dead, I would not
Exactly.
judge you for that.
Now we could say we're headhunters, I guess.
Is that a point of
Skull hunters.
pride for you?
Skull hunters. I mean, I don't know. It's a new experience. Never had that title before.
I think Cerberus Slayer is far more exciting.
Heroes of the prophecy,
Bounty.
skull hunters.
I don't know. I don't think it rings true for what we do.
I mean, I was really enjoying, you know, like, I don't know, Slayer the Golden Hog or something. The Octopus Big Feet.
That's cool. That has a ring to it. You like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Something. There's got to be something better though. So I'll keep working on the verb to go along with that one, but definitely hog. Golden.
Perfect. And you workshop all the way to Astoria. You arrive. It's much the way you left it. And
What about bronze boar instead of golden hog? Sorry, that was the
Hunter, the
workshopping. That was the
hogs,
workshopping
something like
concluding
that.
as we
Yeah.
enter the city.
perfect. You seek out, we'll just say you seek out this miner. You give him the 25 skulls. He gives you 25 gold per skull. You can do that math, Sean. And you evenly distribute it amongst all 5 people. Sean can also do that math. And then-
Great, the math is
125 for those
so
that are
easy.
curious.
100, how much?
125.
Nice.
Abby, need I remind you what your minor is in?
Minor with an E or minor with an omega?
No, Omega or Epsilon.
No, I was not tasked with doing the math. Sean was tasked with doing the math.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You find yourselves
That's what
in
calculators are for.
Astoria. And sort of the town is yours. Nothing super pressing at the moment. Do you want to stick around? Do you want to immediately head out? Want to visit anyone who lives here? Check in on anyone?
Nemea would like to check in with a certain elf who fainted from shock last time he saw her.
Who was that?
Aesop.
What's his
That
name?
was Aesop.
Aesop.
Okay. I was like,
Aesop.
I couldn't
I
remember if
do
he
know his
fainted.
name. I showed him the crown, and then he went.
Oh, and then he
"What?"
fainted. Yeah,
And then he fainted
okay.
and had to be dragged out.
Perfect. So he will be at the Dragon Shrine, as always. So you can definitely visit him.
Yeah. Does anybody want to come with me, or?
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Perfect. So you all make your way up there. You find him giving a tour to some school children through the shrine when you arrive. He says, and then they all died, but we still remember them. And he sort of concludes his little presentation.
Do you remember me?
Yeah, you hear that, Nemea? They all died. Gruesome deaths.
Shut up,
We
Aeneas.
found everybody in those
Shut up,
tombs.
Aeneas. You don't even know I'm afraid that I missed her.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
So it's like, oh, the heroes of the prophecy back so soon. Did you deliver the horn to Valis?
No, we didn't do that. I have questions, and you have not given me any answers. What is this thing? And she shakes the crown at you.
This. What if he just fainted again?
I wouldn't let him. And push oxygen back into his brain.
Says, did you tell him where you got this?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't hide it. I'd be
Okay.
like, we went to Telemark.
Yeah. This is the crown of the Dragonlords. They used this in their ritual ceremony. It was quite secret, but I did some research on it. This is what they use to bond a dragon. To initiate the symbiotic connection between a dragon and a dragon rider. This crown was integral to that. And you have it now.
Yeah, that's true. And
He's true.
I was given to it by a skeleton, but
A
for
very
the course.
important skeleton.
Yeah, their car
yes.
was freaky.
the first skeleton of the
Well, what's the
Dragonlords.
point of this dang crown if there's no dragons left?
Good.
Well,
Good question.
But there are dragons now.
All of the fake dragons that are in Mytros
sure
and
about
under
that.
Gaius.
They are.
Gaius is a weird dragon.
I will tell you, Gaius is quite the character. And King Acastus, I don't care much for. And all the other people that have dragons, I also don't care much for. They're sort of a
Who are all the other
mockery
people?
Who are all the other people?
of this, the Dragonlords. In Mytros, the Acastus
In
has
question marks and quotations.
Acastus has
Has he been
created the
making
Dragonlords, and he's the
new
leader of
Dragonlords?
them. He's the new Xander, according to him, and he has some the dragons are real. You can't fake the majesty of a dragon, so those are real. But the dragon lords, those are not real. They're not the true honorable dragon lords that I know. So you can
Yeah,
write
because
them
we've
off.
got the crown.
Yeah,
They can't do their bond thing.
I will say Acastus will probably not like that. So you could either throw that in his face, which I encourage, or keep it a secret.
I like your spunk, Aesop.
Aesop, you've really warmed up to. We really built a great relationship.
A
I
rapport.
always had a good feeling about you, and Xander took a liking to you, so I also took a liking to you. I do as the skeleton does, you know.
It's true. So
Is it your skeleton? Does it just leave at night sometimes?
No, that's... Oh, you're talking to her. Okay.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking
to
to
the
Aesop.
Oh, he's like,
Because he
no,
said I do it the skeleton.
I do as the skeleton does. That's Xander who you talk. Unless you've made this up and you're totally fooling me, which would be very rude and blasphemous, I might add.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I
how
thought
did
you
I
were
get the
talking about
crown?
that other skeleton we met. Because we met two, technically, I guess.
Who else did you meet?
He was.
He didn't tell us his name.
Can you surmise who he was based off of context clues?
Let me look through. Let me page through
Are you talking about
my
Damon?
memory history.
Damon.
I think his
Damon?
name was Damon.
That bag of bones is still hanging about.
That bag of bones.
Quite
Yeah.
romantic.
I never cared for that one much. He was a bad
He didn't
influence
have
on
much to
Xander.
say.
Who did you care for? And if I
All
was to
of the
resemble
dragons.
somebody, who would I resemble?
Oh, you are a spitting image of. I've said that
Can I-
before.
Can I try to read his lips?
Yeah. Bro. Perception?
If you had to name the dragon that matched the person Nemea looks very similar to, what
Oh,
would
I'll
the
spend it on
dragon's
that.
name be?
That is a good question.
We found the loophole.
Are there
Nice.
portraits of dragons I can look at? You know, maybe.
He says, or you try to read his lips, and would you know, a leaf blows in front of his mouth.
Wow.
Damn indoor leaves.
Great. So, are there any references about dragons?
Indoor
You know,
leads.
about the dragons of the old Dragonlords? Like, anybody do any pictures of them or something? that I
Oh, we
can
have
look at?
plenty of pictures of them. Here, come.
Yeah.
And he takes you over to sort of a grand mural that's been built here. It's new. You can tell it's not like an old, like ancient mural. It's like a new rendition with a number of dragons on it.
All right. I would like to investigate the bronze dragons
Okay.
to see, because I felt
Yeah, you did.
called to one
Mm-hmm.
previously.
Mhm.
And I would like to see if that happens
Okay.
with this
This-
mural.
We'll maybe say investigation.
Okay.
Or, yeah, investigation.
Inside?
I was gonna say maybe insight. Insight the mural. I
I
love
would like
insight
to
on inanimate objects.
understand the murals. I want
She's
to
kind of inciting herself,
Yeah.
her own emotions.
Yeah, I'm inciting
Mhm.
myself. Yeah, so I'm gonna spend some time just like gazing at this mural.
Mhm.
I'm
But
leaving
also
it
into your own soul.
into my own soul, and what do I get? More anxious than I
You,
do.
you in turn look at each of these dragons and you study it really hard and you like open yourself up and you try and have a reaction. And
Nothing's there.
nothing's there. Empty. Like
And
the
it's-
tomb of Esther.
I'm investigating Aesop, or interrogating Aesop.
Oh, okay.
Still.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, this person that you keep saying the name of, were
Mhm.
they a man or a woman, or non-binary? Also, that would be fine.
He, for DM Fiat, is going to think your questions are silly and not answer any of them.
Aesop.
I
I feel like
around our good loopholes.
Nemea is gonna just like run away. She's just gonna be like, fine, and then she's gonna storm off, frustrated. So whatever, we're gonna go. It's bogus anyway. So what if I'm Esther? Nobody wants me to know anything.
Has anyone
Do
explained,
normally
like-
piss people off that much?
You know, Aesop, when you say their name, we don't hear it. Do you know that? Has that been explained to you?
What?
Why would that be?
What do you mean?
You
Is
say
something
their
wrong
name,
with your ears?
and then we don't hear it. No,
Sounds like
there's
you.
not. There's not. Could you help me understand why that could be? Has there been any other instances where someone's
you
name throughout
cursed?
history? Not me. I mean, cursed.
I mean,
good
that
luck.
sounds like a that sounds like
Could be
something.
cursed.
That sounds like a trick someone's played on you. Harmless.
Of course I'm cursed, you hear from outside.
Well,
I'll
did
go
you?
take care of her.
I'm just saying. This seems like a small, minor trickster curse. So maybe you've upset a tricky person, and they've put the curse
We
on
all
you.
turn to Kyra.
She's like,
Kyra. What do you know about this, Kyra? You know something.
Insight check her with disadvantage.
Disadvantage!
She's
Dang.
literally the god of trickery.
I'm out talking to Nemea, and I'm like, Nemea, it doesn't matter if you're Esther. You're a new person now. And if he thinks that you looked like them, then they were probably not him. Because he probably looked like an evil man, and you don't look like an evil man.
Okay. That's right. I don't look particularly evil right now.
No. You've never
Alright.
looked evil.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. And I'm gonna. It'll work. Your logic will work on her.
Okay.
She'll calm down.
You're staring down Kyra inside.
I'm staring her down. Like, I'm pointing to my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Point at her.
She's a lot shorter than you, but then she just like grows to match your height. And she's like, "Are you gonna accuse me of something?
Kyra. Yeah.
Accuse me to my face?
Trickster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who's keeping us from knowing anything around here.
Am I doing that? Is that what I'm doing? I'm doing a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, why else would you be following us around all the time? You're the one making so we can't hear nothing.
That's not me.
I don't believe you.
Is it my girlfriend?
But she'll whisper, "I do know what's causing it, though."
Well, we'll find out one way or another, and when we do,
What?
it's you'll have hell to pay.
Kyra, will you just tell us?
I'll tell you who's responsible for it. It's the Oracle.
Sure.
You probably could have guessed that.
Sometimes I do believe in our group to
You
make
can't
rational
trust her, Kai.
guesses.
She's the
Um,
goddess of trickery. She doesn't just tell you the truth straight up.
Sure. Or maybe us finding that out will cause her to witness more tricks and fun and strife.
I don't like witnessing tricks. You've misunderstood me. I like
She
doing
performs.
them. I'm a performer.
Exactly.
I would never be caught in the audience.
Yeah, but if you set something into motion and then you
Oh
like
yeah,
to watch
that's
it.
the best.
Well, we can catch your trick right in your face and go see the Oracle ourselves.
Oh yeah? Do
Ain't
it.
that right? All right, Nemea, we're going to see the Oracle.
I was like taking
I'll
candy
run
from a
interference
baby.
if you need me to.
Guys, I think we should start calling her Notos. I think that'll be good for us.
Note? What?
Yeah, Notos.
Who is
What's that?
Notos?
That's her old band name.
That's too confusing.
But she won't like it because she hates all of them.
I don't hate
That
them.
is true.
I am upset by them because they didn't live up to my standards of them.
Was it
Wow.
traumatic?
Was it traumatic? No, not particularly. Also, that's not the game we're playing.
Well, I don't know. It's the game I'm gonna play now.
Nemea
All right,
is
pack your bags,
rolled
everybody.
up her sleeves and
Think-
is storming into the direction of the temple, the Oracle's temple.
Wait, is that outside of Astoria?
It's really,
Yes.
it's like 4 days away.
Yeah.
we
Before
can do
we
anything.
It's a bit of
go,
a journey.
I think there might be other things people want to do, particularly Kai does.
Okay, what does Kai want to do?
Dad, I'm home.
You walk in and you are greeted by an exasperated. Why am I blanking on your sister's name?
Sure.
Anyone know his sister's name?
Honora.
Oh, it's really
Honora.
fun to watch you flounder the way that you try to
I know.
make us flounder.
Okay, you walk into an
You're supposed to
exasperated
know them all.
Honora. And she's like, "I guess you can just keep moving them back and forth, okay? I don't have anything else for you to do." And you see a little Cyclops picking up a bunch of boxes and moving them back and forth across the throne room. And he drops it, and then he picks it up, and then he moves it across, and then he drops it, and then he picks it up, and then he moves it across. He's like,
Good
Guys,
job,
help
Broca.
us.
Good job, Broca. You're doing it.
You all have some nerve showing your face here.
What are you talking about? You've got your
You-
new most efficient worker over there.
What
know
is
how-
that?
Oh, good. Welcome back,
This
Elegy.
I forgot
is
to
the
tell you about
newest
it.
historian sensation. Alright, he took the city by storm. Everybody loves him. Ain't that
Wasn't
right,
like
Nora?
That was
It wasn't
At
an
least
invasion.
5
it was like
days
a
ago.
cultural take.
that meme has done
Yeah.
past, and now he doesn't have a job anymore because great grandpa has
He's-
just disappeared.
He's
Why
gonna
didn't-
show
Conrad,
back
why
in a
didn't-
week.
Why didn't
Just
you
what?
bring him with you?
He was really heavy.
You carried Vulcan?
You're a god!
I did carry
Nora,
Vulcan.
we're terribly sorry for the inconvenience here. This is entirely Kyra's fault, and Kyra will rectify the situation. He's supposed to be helping Vulcan out the forge.
It's not a big of a problem. I'm making do. And then she sees Kai. And you need to tell him that person of yours to stop coming around here when you're not here. And she pulls out a bag and hands it to you. Here, take them. There's 4 more in the back.
What is it?
You open it up and
Oh.
it's full of letters and rose petals.
Okay. Actually, I'm here for my allowance. Have you seen Dad?
Yeah, he's back in his study. He's writing a law.
Is he drinking? Like, what's going on in his
No,
study?
he's
other than
still sober. Thank you for asking.
I don't believe you. And he's gonna walk away towards the study.
Perfect.
Don't take it personal, Nora.
So the letters are from Loreas.
Yeah, all of them are signed in fancy cursive penmanship. Most of them are scented. There are rose petals scattered throughout. They are all dated and timed, and you can tell sometimes they are like 5 minutes apart. They've been delivered.
Does it? I mean, Kai is obviously very good looking, but like, this is obsession. Is it magical?
You've had fans before.
I have, but fans usually who I've interacted with more, or like who like live in Mytros and like have heard rumors about me before.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
of
you
which
have-
are true.
Yeah, you have no way to tell if this is magical. It doesn't.
You
like,
have
you
a-
don't
you're
have
a
any
hero now.
reason.
You're gonna have more fans.
Sure, no, that's true. I think I said 2 nice things to this guy. Yikes. We need to make the world a better place. You know, we need to be able to let men be nice to men. You know, that's the quest I'm on. Is not toxic masculinity. Loreas, You
Says
could
the
be
man
brave.
who won't forgive his father.
I'm about to forgive him if he gives me 23 years of allowance in one sum. And that allowance is an amount that is adequate. Knock, knock, knock.
If you
Huh.
bankrupt the entire city of Astoria.
Come in.
Look,
Come
think
in.
of this. Father,
Champ, bud. How you doing? He gets up. He's like, I've been waiting for you. I knew you'd come around. He like puts his arm on your shoulder.
well, thanks.
I've heard
Thanks for
great
this.
things. I've heard good things. You, my boy. He like hits you really hard. He's like, you're out there being a hero. People are talking about it.
Yeah, thanks. People have been talking about me all my life.
Yeah, but now
anyway,
it means something.
yeah. Okay, that's confusing. But I came here, for some reason, like, Kai is like flustered, like that like letter that his dad wrote him like did mean something and was like really nice, and like he wasn't expecting to feel anything about his dad. So like Kai, who's like smoothest person in the world, is like blushing, and kind of like letting his dad hug him. Yeah. Thanks for saying that. And the hammer will appear in his hand for that once a day action. Thanks for this. This has come in handy.
That's good. I wasn't going to do anything with it anymore. And I was going to give it to you eventually once I
jokingly call it Daddy's hammer.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Really punishes the bad guys. Anyway, so, I'm of a certain age now. Kai will wait for his dad to say his age.
Yeah, like, not a kid anymore. Maybe not quite a man yet.
For gods, like, like you probably think I'm probably only like a young 150 years old, right? Something like that. Because for you, time goes so slow, so you think we're all older than we are, right?
I'm going to be vulnerable. The last 75 years have been a blur.
Yeah, so I'm 75, and I think you probably, like, let's say, you give like 5 gold a day per diem. So that's 5 times 365 times 75. Do you think that's 10,000 gold and a other ingredient, adamantine sphere? Do you think that's right?
I'm not really good with math, but I do know this number. 0. That's how much we have in the coffers. It's been a hard year. Do you remember when we had to buy a bunch of livestock to slaughter it? That really drained through it. That feast we threw you guys, that gravy, it's all gone.
I don't remember that feast. I wonder if you do either, if you know what I mean. But okay.
Anyway, we have some money to like in the maintenance accounts. Nora's on top of it, but she would be furious if I drained it to give to you.
Defer maintenance on municipal services. That's just what everyone does. What are we talking about? No. Hey, you might try to be like you're trying to be a better dad. I really like that, but also maybe try to be a better king. Not that it's my space to come in here and say that, but
I'm working on it.
It's a little not good. You don't have any money.
No, we have some. I think. I know I was really good with numbers. She's moving it around. She's making numbers come out of nowhere. I don't quite understand it, but she's really good with numbers.
So you're saying Honora, I should talk to Honora for my allowance. Thanks, bye. And he walks out. Honora.
Yes, she has another bag for you. Again, 2 more in the back.
Not a 5th one didn't arrive?
No.
Hey, Dad said that you owe me allowance and that you have the money and you're good for it, and that you're going to give me $5 per day every day. He didn't say he loves me to my face, which is, I told him, 75 years.
Here. She holds out a bag. It's pretty heavy. You can have that. We'll call it even.
Does it feel like a bag full of enough money to get me a weapon that gives me wish?
Absolutely not.
I'm just kind of doing a bit, and then you actually gave me money.
No, I didn't. I gave you a bag that felt heavy. Those are my words.
Kai, well, before you even said that, Kai was about to say, hey, you should hold on to this for the treasury so that poor people can have something in case there's like another famine. So he's going to give it back to you. Unless I should keep it.
Great. I'll take these down to the golden scale and see what I can get for them. And she holds it up, and they're just like lockets of your face. She's like, could get something for this, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Okay. When does he come around? When like probably soon, I assume.
He doesn't leave. He's
It sounds
literally
like
out
on the
there,
hour.
probably right now.
I mean, I don't think we saw him coming in.
He's very stealthy.
Yeah, that's worse.
Lorias!
No, I'm gonna quickly read some. I'm gonna read some.
I want to go looking for him with the
You're reading it.
But
They're just
Lorias!
very flowery language, and it's just
Yeah,
like reminiscing.
I want you to
No,
read a flirty
No,
letter
no.
to me.
No, it's like he was like, "Do you remember that one time you called me brave? That was the best moment of my life." And then like he just keeps talking about that, but in different directions. And then he's like, "Remember when you fought that tree? That was so nice." And then he starts like not making stuff up, but like really exploding all of the things that you've done into like way out of proportion. And then then there are letters about like what you've done in Mytros, so like he knows about you.
Why?
Why what?
Why would he? Is he from Mytros?
You don't know anything about this person. Okay, Elegy and Nemea, you're trying to find Loreas.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm like, Nemea, what are we going to do with or do we want to dissuade him from going after
I
Kai?
just need to kind of see where he's coming from, I
Okay,
think,
okay.
you know. And then we take it from there.
Yeah, I think it's funny to encourage it, but
I mean, I'm not against it.
and I feel so much better after I told you everything.
Me too. Lorias! And I'm gonna follow the scent of roses. I'm assuming emanates from.
You look and you
Person.
see a little goat butt and a tail like hiding behind a pillar.
Lorias, I can see you. Just
Oh.
come out.
Oh, did you see me here? I didn't see you all here. What are you doing
Oh,
here? It's just funny
feel
running
like-
into you at the temple or the palace.
I think you've been seeing us for a long time, and maybe one person in particular.
He's wonderful, isn't he?
He's so wonderful. You should see him throw rocks into the abyss.
Whoa.
It
I
was
bet that
so
was
manly.
deep and mysterious and manly.
It was absolutely all of those things.
Wow.
Nemea, I don't think I can do this.
At first, and like, you know, I'm gonna be like, Loreas, you know, it seems like you're really interested in Kai. Why is
I
that?
think he's neat.
Yeah.
Just neat.
He's pretty swell.
have you found anybody else neat before?
I mean, there's been some, but I mean, he's great. You
Yeah.
know, he's so dreamy. Sometimes he glows. He has just a glisten about him.
Hey, that's true. Yeah. He
And
does.
not just on his skin, on his personality. He's so warm.
He cares for the good of everybody. He
so
likes being a
selfless,
hero.
that one.
I'm gonna I'm gonna encourage him with all these like little tidbits about
Okay.
Kai over the time. But I want, while I'm feeding him, I want to get a sense of: are we bespelled? Like, are these
Make an insight check.
responses? Yeah, are these responses first crush like idol geared, or are they, you know, savior complex geared, or are they like I'm somehow bespelled?
Yep.
I put a spell on you,
All right.
and now you're mine.
And I think I'll play good cop, and Elegy can play bad cop and say like one bad thing, and I want to see how he takes that bad
Oh,
thing
that's
that
good,
she
yeah.
says. A 12.
Yeah, I mean, he is clearly infatuated with Kai. It doesn't seem magical. He doesn't like react negatively when Elegy says something bad. Like he doesn't like immediately try and defend Kai's honor. He's just like tries to be like, oh well, I'm sure you misunderstood the situation, and like,
And he's like not trying to actively meet Kai.
you get the impression he's actively trying to not meet Kai.
Yeah, that's what I am getting the impression about. And the letters were addressed to Kai and just like got to the palace because that was the last place he knew where Kai was.
Yeah. He has a notebook. You can see a lot of pages missing from the notebook.
Yeah, you know, well, you like him so much. Why don't you just talk to him?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
He's
He's so approachable. He's a man of the people.
I'm just so nervous. I'm shaking on my hoofs.
He's shaking on his hooves.
Yeah.
I may be like, well, you know, sometimes it's better if you meet people in person.
But what if he doesn't like me? I'm really going to warm him up with my letters, and then in maybe like 10, 20, or 30 years, I can meet him for real, and then we'll fall in love.
Humans don't live very long. You have to hurry that timeline up.
What?
No, you gotta speed that up. He could kill over at any minute.
He does actively pass out in battle quite frequently.
His liver
Oof.
is shriveling by the minute.
Oh, I have to get writing. He like starts furiously writing me letters.
No writing.
I just
Like,
got
no writing. Stop.
He's like distracted writing, so you can like grab him and just sort of like pull him
Nice.
Great.
into the room with
What
Kai.
are we doing here?
We're going to kick
I
him
love
to
that you
Kai
ask,
and-
what am I doing here once you're already so far in?
It's for the bit, and then we get stuck.
Great. Okay.
What a tagline for this campaign and this entire stream. It's for the bit and then we get stuck.
Kai. Look who we found. Your
wow.
biggest fan. He's
I'm gonna take his thing away from him.
He's
Kai's
quite
like
the romantic.
shoving the bag full of lockets into Honora's hands. Oh, hey. You.
He turns around.
No!
I think you're just gonna have to talk to him without making eye contact. So you stay facing this way, Lotus.
Okay. Kai's gonna walk up to this person and touch them on the shoulder and be like, hey.
Oh, hey. Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I guess. So, what are you doing, friend?
Just hanging out. You know,
Yeah,
like cool party.
very cool. You know, you're putting a lot of energy into these letters.
Do you like them? I can write more. He like tries to grab his little thing back from Elegy. I just holds it up and you can't get
Kai's
it.
hand is still on his shoulder, and that's gonna like push him down.
That might not be helpful.
Oh, nope. Not like that. And I think Kai is gonna say, I think Kai's gonna say,
How have you dealt with your friends before, Kai?
hey, I haven't actually, not like this. And so I'm wondering, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you okay?
I am good. When we were in the temple, is that what we called it?
Yeah, when you fought that tree, that was great. When you said I was brave, oh, that was so great.
Yeah. Hey, you deserve people who compliment your best characteristics all the time. And that's probably not going to be me. But also, I'm wondering, like, did those Fae, like, sprinkle some dust on you or, like, say some spells around you? Do you remember any of that? Like, there were those people, like, laying in that room together,
Yeah.
doing things. Was that you before you got out?
I'm a satyr. I'm essentially immune to magic and charm. So no, probably not. I certainly want to do that. That'd be mean.
I think they're not the best, as we saw.
Well,
Anyway, I just want the best for you, bud, and I feel
I
like
just want the best for us.
Kai's gonna hold your hand and it'd be like, I don't want you to get calluses on your fingers, so you should probably, cut down on the writing.
Okay, I can do that. Do you
Save
want me
a tree,
to? Do you want me to? I can do other things. I can compose songs. I can perform for you.
You're literate?
You asked
Beyond.
if he's literate?
Yeah, but are you educated?
He's like, oh, I know a lot of things. Probably not as much as you, but a lot.
I wonder, my dad kind of needs help. I wonder if you could maybe follow him around and be just as prodigious in your writing. I think he probably has to send lots of missives and receive lots of letters to help him govern better. Do you want to?
No. You just told him you don't want him to get calluses. You don't have to get calluses on your fingers if you just come with us so you can tell Kai the things that you want to tell him.
Or you could hang out at your home, I think. Astoria?
He has no home.
He doesn't have a home
His
anymore.
new home could be with us.
Hey,
Why
kid.
to the Oracle? She's
Kid,
also,
I'm 75 years old.
I'm
Or was that a joke? Because I'm a satyr, kid. You're so funny. It's a little offensive, but I'll let it slide this time.
sure.
You'll have to get used to that.
What I think is probably true is that you should. I think it would be great. I would really appreciate it if you'd help my dad be a better king.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you want me to do, I can do that in my free time.
And what are you doing 9 to 5?
Composing a poem.
That's a lot of poetry. What if we swap those around?
Okay.
What
Make
if
a
you
persuasion
lived
check.
for work instead of poetry?
Make a persuasion check.
I don't want to make them persuasion check. But I will.
Just real bad.
Is it true that satyrs cannot be charmed?
Yeah, for the most part. They're fey creatures.
Kai's gonna put his hand back on his shoulder and did he get charmed?
No.
Damn.
Yes. Well, yes, but not magically.
A wee 17.
A wee 17. Yeah, you convince him. He will stay. He will work with Pythor. He will not incessantly write letters to you. You seem to have dissuaded him. He's a little disappointed that you don't want him around, but he tries to hide it well. He doesn't, but he tries to.
I mean, don't be sad. Now I know exactly where you are or when I need you.
Oh, that's true. Perfect. And
Okay,
then
bye.
Yeah, you sent him on his way. And Or's like, wow, well, that was dealt with.
Yeah, I thought you needed another worker.
Thanks.
I mean, I think this one could actually. I mean, both of them actually seem helpful. I'm trying. It's just like my 5th day having talked to my father. I'm just trying to help.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess send anyone else here if they can do things.
You got it.
We've had 15 people quit when he started, so we're down. A
Broca?
couple. Yeah.
But he's so sweet and strong.
Yeah, he just is a lot. There's a lot of stuff all at once.
Yeah, well, you just hire him back on once he gets his job back at the forge. It's fine. Just about a week or so. 10 days, something like
Is
that.
there like some other location for him? Like, could he like work at a quarry or like by himself, or like where he doesn't endanger people? Or
She's like, it's fine. Just don't send any more Cyclops children here. Okay.
Well, we don't plan on meeting anymore, but we weren't even planning on this guy.
We'll send them somewhere. Mytros. I hear Mytros is lovely this time of year.
and would love Cyclops people, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna go down that route again, but sure, we'll think about it.
Perfect. You guys wrap
Thanks,
this up
Nora.
at the temple and then depart.
She needs a better attitude, I think. Very negative
Wow.
look on life.
She's kind of running the place, you know. Like, give her a break.
Oh, maybe your dad should give her a break.
Oh
Why is
yeah,
that my
but
problem?
we know that's not happening.
Okay. Now, you leave the palace. Anything else to do in Astoria?
Sophron goes to visit Vulcan's store. All
Yeah.
this is happening so he can avoid all of that nonsense.
Okay. Yeah. The attendant is still there running the shop in Vulcan's absence. And you can purchase from him if you would like to. What is his name? I
What
will
was,
find his name.
Ow, how did you know I was going to ask that?
Just had his name's
An
Theo.
intuition, huh? Theo. I spent some time watching Vulcan at the forge, and I was very impressed with his metalwork. But does he do other crafts? Is he a carver, a whittler, a ewer?
He is a blacksmith, he is a carver, a carpenter, a sculptor, a ewer, a cobbler, a silversmith, a playwright, and a horseshoe person.
Farrier.
Farrier. Plus more.
Not a farrier, who is the person who creates and cares for clothing, but a farrier who creates horseshoes. Yes.
He has not taken
Generally
up,
fall under blacksmith, but
has not taken up clothing yet.
see, okay. But he's a playwright.
In his spare time once and never again. Because it wasn't up to his standards.
Really fascinating. Has his work been documented or recorded anywhere?
I think Kyra knows it. Well,
This
no,
is-
that he wouldn't ignore that. He wouldn't have said that. He would have said, I don't know. It was probably 200 years ago. Maybe there's a copy around here somewhere.
Funnily enough, am a patron of the arts, and I came looking for a weapon of war, but I think I've had something else pique my interest here. What can I do to help you locate this rare and magnificent artifact?
We could go to the index and find it. It's right
Please,
there.
lead the way, Theo.
Yeah, you go over to the index, which is a big leather tome, and he flips all the way back to play. It's right before pike and right after quill. Is that how the alphabet works? I don't know. Play. And he's like, yes, crate 37G.258.XYZ. There. And he goes over to it, opens it. A big sort of stack of papers that is like not the rough draft, but it is a rough draft. Like there's notes written all over it. It's not like a final printed play or anything like that. It's barely bound. It's like, yes, the play. You can purchase it for
Like the very
the price of, only 37 silver. Let's adjust that for inflation over 200 years. Okay, 15 gold.
Done. Please. And here's another 5 to encourage the art. This is incredible. You have this piece. I want to like gingerly flip through it. What am I getting the sense of this play being about?
It is about the story of 3 children who were all very special children, but they all had a big problem. But they were all different problems, but they all had a problem. And it's sort of the story about how they all overcome those problems. And at the end, they're good little children. Go to bed on time.
This is truly spectacular. Theo, I can't begin to express how much this means to me.
Oh, I hope it meant 15 plus 5 gold. It's the
I
only
certainly
copy, so
did.
treat it well.
I intend to have this preserved, quite frankly. I was actually here for something else. I'm in the market for a longbow, and
How long? We have, he gestures at the wall, and there is like, starting from like small toy bows up to like probably a Cyclops level bow. He's like, we got them all. You can take your
we're
pick.
walking down to the Cyclops end of the range. We're gonna find something down there.
Yeah. So you start off at XXL bow, and then you go to X bow, XL bow, and then large longbow, and then like longbow plus is about your size.
Is X elbow made out of bones? It's like 2 humeruses and a radii formed into the shape of a bow.
No, it's just a big tree. They're all wood. They're all just fine craftsmanship, but they're not anything fancy.
It's not formerly an elbow.
No. I see. That's okay. Yeah.
All right, yeah, we find something that is of a suitable
Stupid.
draw weight and length, and
I thought it was great.
yeah, I was really pleased with it.
I'm just, I didn't get it.
I knew instantly where you were going.
Yeah. Okay. You can buy that for the prescribed amount of how much a longbow costs, which is
I take my new bow and my wonderful, wonderful play.
I'll detail the play
and I
in a
will
bit.
I'll cherish them forever.
Perfect.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much.
It's like, oh yeah, sure. Do you know when he's coming back? I assume he is where you went. He had like a lot of orders he needed to do and left. People are coming, asking questions.
Oh, the thing is, I would not be surprised if he doesn't ever leave that forge again voluntarily.
Oh, okay.
So what
well,
you may want to do is start a courier service, bring items from the forge to here, and requests from here to the forge, along with raw materials.
where will we ever find someone who would accept such a dull-minded task yet has the brawn to undergo such a task?
I don't know why he was not given this task in the first place. He should have been sent with Vulcan to begin with. We should go talk to Honora at Palace, and I'm sure she will get your apprentice back in short order.
That's a good idea. And he sets out to do that, and then we will take a short break, and then we will come back, and we will head out from Astoria.
I thought of something I want to do
Oh
here.
my god, okay.
Oh
We
my
will be back.
god!
We'll take a break, and then we'll come back, and we'll still be in Astoria. So,
Guys, friends are helping.
see you then. And we are back. Let's see our loading screen this week. This is Letter to Xander, the final entry. When you cross the oceans with an army, surrounded on all sides by death and with no end to your journey in sight, you soon learn the value of loyalty. We definitely lacked some, At least we had revenge on Carpathos. We entered the tomb expecting naught but deathly silence. How strange it was to instead be greeted by the sound of clear voices singing. It was unthinkably brave of Queen Calliope to lock her cursed family away in the tombs. How many young warriors would have the stomach to do such thing? The people of Mytros spit on the names of the Aresian queens, but I have great respect for Calliope, who possessed the strength of will both to save her city and seize the god of beauty. Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
You can't ask questions. That's the deal.
You did set that rule up way in advance before we realized how many questions we needed to ask.
Uh-huh.
There is
Okay.
a lot going on there.
Okay. So, we are still
What the heck's
in
happening in
Astoria.
Aresia?
The wine
God, we
is
have to go
happening.
to that city at some point.
Okay. Elegy.
I'm seeing if beauty's on this god list. Yeah. I would like
Uh-huh.
to find
the
Aeneas.
mathematics are happening.
You would like to find
Yeah.
what? Oh, Aeneas.
Aeneas.
here.
Aeneas.
Yeah.
Let's go see if that guy's find that star. And
Ooh,
or driven
yeah.
everybody crazy.
Isidoros. I mean, he did say it would take a while, I think.
But you don't know how long science takes. You could just he could have found it the
That's
first day
true.
and been like, wow, that was way easier than I thought.
You'd think he would let us know, as we're like the people who got him set up with the cool digs and everything, but you know, sure. We can pay him a visit. Don't see why not. Let's head over to the observatory. See what's happening.
Easy enough.
Tell that other
It's
guy to
actually,
bug
if you'll
off.
remember, right next door to Vulcan's workshop.
hmm
So you
I
step
totally
out,
remember that.
turn
It's an
and
easy
walk
stroll.
next door. You walk in. The place looks similar to how you left it in that it is still an observatory. It looks different in that most of the surfaces are covered in chalk writing. There are like blackboards just everywhere, like drawings, star maps, just cluttering the place. People are moving around and frantically running around. In the middle is Isidoros, or the science guy, as you call him, doing like just furious writing on a tablet. He finishes, he hands it off to someone, they give him a new one, and he keeps writing.
Oh, this looks productive.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in here, I guess. Alright, well, hey, Isidoros.
What? Oh, you've returned, my patrons. Look what you've done here. I'm making great work. It's going to happen again.
What's going to
What?
happen?
It's a loop. You see, I've discovered it's a pattern. It's an anomaly. I first noticed it in the orbital precession, but now it's all clear to me. They follow a cycle. The stars. The first one's vanished. The second one will vanish.
That doesn't
mapped
seem
it.
good.
I've mapped it. It's all out. It's a perfect spiral. He like gestures, and someone brings a blackboard into view, and he's like, "Look at this! A perfect spiral centered on the astral meridian. You follow the logarithmic curves and the lunar apogees. They create a line, and it will happen again in
Yeah, what-
42 days." You
What
see,
is he
he's
talking about?
crazed.
I don't know what these words mean.
Yeah, he said something about a lunar line and apogee and I don't know. Right, that sounds great. Did you find the missing star?
No, but we can follow. Now that we know it's going to happen, we can follow this one so it goes to where the other one is.
Are you sure about that? I
Yes.
mean, okay. Yeah, how long? You said
I've done the
42 days?
calculations. He snaps and someone brings out another blackboard and he's like, "Look, see?" No, you
Elegy, I'm
don't.
scared. I think I'm a little scared.
I'm gonna go up to another person here.
Yep.
I'm gonna get really close to them.
Uh-huh.
Be like, do you all think he's still crazy?
No, he's made such good progress. We've seen things that we haven't seen before.
Okay, that's
We
good.
hadn't been combining the mathematics of something
Yeah.
with the stars, and it was really holding us back. But now that we're using the logarithmic processions, she's discovering things that we didn't even know were possible.
Okay. Our job here is done.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good. We'll check back in 42 days. You keep doing what you're doing.
Question.
For me or for Isadora?
For you / Isadoro,
Okay.
do I, Nemea, have any recollection of this star they're talking about?
I mean, you've heard them talking about it.
Heard them talking about it, and am I like, when I think of the sky and stars, am I like, there should be a star there? Or
No,
am I like
you don't
no
really have
star
any.
ever?
You don't really have. You're not like there's never been a star there. But you just like you
Okay.
don't really. The constellations aren't something that you exactly remember.
Important. Yeah.
It's certainly not changed since you've started keeping track of it.
Okay, great. That was all.
Okay.
I was hoping for a lead, but dang. Let's go to that oracle. Roll my
Yeah.
For
stats
real?
back up.
For real this
I
time?
may be cursed, and I need to talk about it.
Yeah, it's your turn to get
Yeah.
affection and shit.
I don't really have affection on my checklist if I've been cursed.
That's valid, I guess.
Amen, sister.
Okay. You guys make your way on the long 5-day journey back through the steamy lands. You don't encounter any steam methods, but you encounter the place where you did encounter them. All the way back to the temple. That's a very uneventful journey. Anything that could even remotely challenge you is no longer a challenge at this point. So you just sort of power through. And you arrive 5 days later.
Vessi!
You are, let's see, you go to the temple, you go into the temple, and you're greeted by the man with the name who, in that name,
The man, the myth, the legend.
the man, the myth, the legend himself is Proteus. Proteus.
Proteus! Proteus?
Oh,
Bring me to
yeah,
her.
you have returned. She did mention that.
Yes, well, I hope she foresaw the level of anger that I have right now. Because she needs all the help she can get.
As a Frenchwoman.
She's down in her chamber.
All right, well, great.
She said when
Stop.
you were to arrive, to usher you there.
Okay, she wants somebody to help her, is what she wants, but fine.
No, I meant to point you there.
Okay, that's fine. All right, thanks, Proteus. Sorry about that. I'm a little worked up.
Okay, yep.
Great.
You remember this
Marching down.
place? It looks way better
remember
than
this
last time you
place.
were here.
Wow.
Sort of feels like coming home. You know, these are your first memories.
They are, but I feel so conflicted about that. I don't like that it feels like coming home. Nemea's just gonna storm on in. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody
no,
wants to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No one's going to stop you by any
Great.
measure. Yeah.
Versi!
Come.
I do not love how calm you are right now.
I saw your anger.
I'm sure you did. It was big enough all the way from Historia. What you? Okay. You need to explain. Did you curse me?
I did not curse you, my dear, but I do apologize for it went wrong. I did not foresee this. She's like touches your face and your head.
No touching right now. We are taking the touches away.
She pats the air in front of your head.
Oh, no, great. Fine, I'll let it slide.
She says, "You came to me and asked for this, and I did not foresee this complication. And it pains me that you can't remember what we had before."
Yeah, I don't.
And I wonder why that went wrong. Did you know this would happen? And you did it anyway?
How would I know?
That's just like you.
I don't know any. How is it just like me?
You were so selfless.
That doesn't
Trading
sound
your
like Esther.
memories and what we had, giving it away.
But why would I need to do that? How does that make any sense?
You came to me and you said you had met with the fates and you foresaw you were needed. In the future, though, not presently. And so you devised a scheme, as you did.
Schemes does sound kind of like me, the schemes.
If I had seen how wrong it would have gone, I don't think I would have gone through with it.
So, what's your... The fates, they know? They know what happened?
They do, but you also do. Somewhere in there, she points to the air in front of your brain.
Yeah. Well, how do I make somewhere in there come out somewhere in here?
I think you're on that journey already.
Gosh, that's so cryptic. Oh. Is this... I turn to look at Elegy and I'm like, is this what you had to put up with?
What's up with what?
Cryptic.
Oh, yes. You just have to tell them to stop, and then they're like, okay. Here's an impossible task. You're welcome.
I think if you discover your name,
Yeah, I'm working on that. But whenever somebody says it, a leaf comes in.
Kyra said that
tragic
you are
side
the one.
effect.
Kyra said that you're the reason why we can't know Nemea's name.
It was my gift to her to protect her from Sidon. Again, I don't know why it has gone wrong. It should not be here anymore, but it's lingering.
Like the lobotomy isn't like growing back. Like what are we like?
All right, guys, shut up.
I think the world went so long without hearing your name that it's forgetting. I think
The winds
you
have
have
forgotten.
to say it. Once you return your name to the world, it will be back.
There's a bunch of
this
color
is great,
on the
Nemea.
winds.
You've already said Esther, and that didn't do anything.
Oh, that's great.
You have to say it with confidence and gusto and
Oh,
truly
shit.
believe it.
All right.
You
okay,
see, it's here, and
fine.
all prophecies, she rips out a book. All prophecies follow
Just
this
come with
general
an
principle.
asterisk?
Yeah, if something is said to be done, you have to do it and mean it. You can't game
Well,
the
you're
faith.
Must have
litigious.
gusto.
You're so litigious, Mercy.
I always was. That's what you loved about me.
A strange choice for scheming old me. All right. So what you're saying is I have to figure it out and say it with gusto, and then my memory will come back.
Possibly.
Possibly. Great.
It will be. If I think
Well,
you'll
tell
be
me this:
presented
was
with a
I
choice.
a good person? Because I'm right
best.
now. Okay.
You had your flaws.
Don't tell me about them.
You are a little hot-headed. You never wanted to hear your own flaws. That was a big flaw.
Well, that does sound like me.
And you had this
What about my
obsession.
brothers?
You were the person. I could put 5 gold on the ground and come back, and you would have taken it and gone shopping and bought just all sorts of things. Just wanted to have, not in a greedy way. You just liked things.
This bitch, she doesn't know how to shop.
Once she
I've
learned, she was
actively pushed
addicted.
Kai, like an older sister. Yeah. Shut up! Don't listen to him. I'm great at shopping. But the only thing I do remember is something about brothers. What's that? Percy?
You did indeed have many brothers. In oath. You never spoke much of your family. I don't think you had any true brothers in blood.
Okay. Well, we finished our my anger has subsided, Versi. You know, I'm a little hot-headed, but it blows over.
I know how to work it.
We finished our labors.
What
We're
did
going
you
to Mytros
learn?
now. We've learned so many things and yet so few things all at the same time.
Everything sucks.
What have you
Seeds.
accomplished?
It comes
we'll
back to
spell it
seeds.
out. We're gonna say what we've done, and maybe we'll put those puzzle pieces together.
Okay,
What have we done?
I'll go first.
Not just with your
Why the hell
labors.
were you in love with her?
With your personal labors or
No,
the group
like the
labors?
big labors.
Okay, great. We went and we saved the dryad lady.
That was not a labor.
Was that not a labor?
No, you were
No.
supposed to
Well, we did
drink
do that.
from the horn.
We drank from the horn.
And what did that show you?
We had dreams. I was on a ship.
You were
Yeah, they
all
were
on a ship.
dumb. It did not make sense. I'll
That's
say
how
that much.
all prophecies work.
There was an
Okay, great job.
There was an anti-cathara in the dream.
Yes,
Oh,
The
fuck, I forgot about that
magical
thing.
compass of the Ultras.
Yes.
The
And
ship.
somebody called me commander. And my
Hmm.
heart recognized him.
Interesting. Okay, well, what else happened? Not in the vision. It's clear that was pushing you toward the boat, the ship.
Yeah.
We shaped the
we
silver
got this-
fires.
You
Yeah,
relit
the
the forge, where all the mythical
Yeah.
weapons of the past have
Right.
been forged. That is now relit. And then what else did we do? We, as in you.
We
We
got the
claimed-
weapons from that dead guy.
Yes, in Telemark. We went to Telemark and we got the weapons from Xander. Surprise, he's around.
And what can
Yeah,
you do
apparently.
with that weapon or with that crown?
Well, Aesop tells me that I can get a dragon if I can find a dragon. If
But
I
there's no
can bond
dragons.
with a dragon.
There are dragons in Mytros. News comes to me of that.
He
I
said
don't believe
dragons
that.
in Mytros with little quotation marks. though.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
don't
he
think
said
they're real dragons.
Aesop
Dragonlords.
said dragon lords in quotes. The only thing he
Okay.
didn't quote was the dragons.
Okay, got it.
I don't believe it.
She says,
So I'm supposed to get a dragon?
your tasks have pushed you to reclaim the ship of the Dragonlords. You have the crown of the Dragonlords, and you have the forge where all of their weapons were made. It is clear to me that you should use all three of those in your pursuit. The Titans are moving. I have seen it. They will not continue to suffer your tasks.
Well, I guess we have to go to Mytros unless you know where this damn ship is.
The ship belonged to Esther,
Right.
and he
Yeah, he was
has
a good
but
guy.
one living descendant,
Oh,
Who?
King
Yes.
Acastus of Mytros.
Oh
Classic.
my god. Yeah, that guy.
If you seek the ship, he might have information for you.
well, what's What's happening? We've been hearing strange things about Mytros and Acastus.
He rules in name, and well, he rules in true. Valis rules in name only. He's a fair king. He has refounded the Dragonlords.
Where is Valis? Is she just there but not ruling?
She resides in Mytros.
Is she crazy?
She's the wisest of all the gods.
That
Yeah,
did
that
not
usually
answer my
means
question.
crazy.
She is the wisest person I've ever met.
I've met some wise druids, and let me tell you, those people off their rockers.
The Despotess throws the best parties. That's what I'll say.
That's,
I
guess,
feel
a
like
certain
Nemea
kind of
will look
wisdom.
at Sophron and be like, Sophron, what do you think? Is there something we're missing that we should ask Versi about?
Quite frankly, I'm very inclined to just believe what she says. I don't think she's being particularly cryptic with any of this. Go to Mytros. We speak to Acasta, learn of the fate of the Ultros, and we perhaps find ourselves some dragons along the way.
I mean, Gaius is among the king of Mytros' Dragonlords, no? Oh, he's not.
He's with Sidon.
He's the
Worship
chosen of
Sidon.
Sidon. Yeah.
I guess
He also has a dragon.
I
A
assumed
dragon. In quotation marks. Whatever those are.
Versi, will I know how to use this crown? If I meet a dragon, is there something special I need to do to use it?
It is, you use it as part of a ritual. I believe the incantation will come back to you in the right moment.
Great. That sounds like all of my life.
All of your life that you remember.
True.
I
we
again
get
apologize for that.
it. You've had sex and only you remember. We get it.
I do the face thing again.
But actually, clearly Gaius is like getting his dragon, alleged dragon from his patron Sidon. So the king of Mytros is receiving his dragons from science.
Yeah, I mean, we can't get dragons anywhere else. We have to go to Mytros and talk to this Augustus dude.
I know not the location of dragons.
Oh my god.
Kai doesn't know
Prophecies, what
anything
are
about
they even
this.
for?
I think we've already talked about this, but Kai doesn't know anything about this.
There are new dragons in Mytros. Famously,
Since I've left,
no, before you left, famously Gaius and Acastus have dragons. They were the first. Gaius was the first, then Acastus to have these. Now there are others, and they keep coming from Acastus, and he is choosing people to serve in his Dragonlords. When you left Mytros, they were not big. Like the two big dragons are big, but like all the other ones, you don't see dragons flying around. They were small and like sort of hidden away.
you see how when you said what you said, I remember you saying it the same way, and I would have thought that Gaius and Acastus were together.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. But they're not.
They
No.
live in the same city.
Gaius gets his dragon from Sidon. Acastus tripped over his at night.
No
Okay.
one knows how he gets them. He just keeps producing them.
Let's find out.
All right, Versi.
We could
but
throw a party.
Is there anything else you want to tell us before I go?
I'm proud of
I'm
you.
feeling a little disheartened.
I have faith. You've
Lesbians.
done so much. You've done 3 great
My face
labors.
is still on your face.
She takes that moment to touch your face as you can't stop her. She then removes it a little bit.
Boundaries.
She says, I know the person you used to be. I don't know if that's still the person you are or who you want to be again. But I know that they can withstand what is to come. And so you can as well. The others, maybe you can help them along the way. She whispers that to you.
Okay. Thanks, Percy. And then I'm gonna turn around and head back on out unless anybody wants to do anything.
Percy, how old are you? Are you very old?
I'm very, very old.
How old is that?
Like 30? Like 30? Like 32? Is that how old you are?
Jeez, yeah, like 45.
Probably
That's insane.
2,000 years old.
2,000 years.
Holy.
Oh, can you tell me all about the
She's
city of
older than the
cerulean
gods?
shore? Please.
Percy
Thank you.
Yes, Percy's way older than the gods.
She's
Oh my
Shidon's daughter.
Shidon's her father, right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, but we don't know when
primordial-
she had her. The fucking
Titans are older than the
Kai is the son of a god and is not that old. They can have recent children too.
Yeah. It just goes to show, like, maybe the gods. Not that cool.
Definitely not as old as her. You asked her about the city of sirens? She says,
Mhm.
it was a beauteous place. I resided there for some time. It was built on an island. It encompassed the entire island. Beautiful waves, canals, glistening blue spires and water. Lost beneath the waves.
Okay, there's more information.
What would you like to know?
I don't know, but fake Mytros told me that I have to go find it.
Many a people have sought it out. Great riches fell beneath it, or fell with it when it fell. None have been successful.
You're not going to question my statement.
Who am I to question? I see and pose questions. I don't
I'm
question.
leaving.
Percy, has she been cursed too?
No. Well, no. Logan says no. She says,
Okay.
I cannot see what has happened, has befallen her. It is blocked from my view.
Mytros is one nosy lady.
Aeneas has a question.
Aeneas?
He looks at her and he says, I've been tasked with finding the fates, but I don't even know where to begin with that task. Do you have any advice?
The Fates and I have a cloudy history. They don't appreciate me sharing what they weave with mortals. They can be found on an island in the Cerulean Gulf.
Maybe they're on the city.
Maybe. I don't know. Alright, well, sounds like we're gonna need a frickin' ship.
How about the old
I was
Rose?
gonna tell you the name of the island, but it's unhelpfully called the Island of the Fates. So
Alright, that's a bit redundant.
but you'll know it when you get there and you see the welcome sign.
Yeah. When I find it, and it's a very small island, and there's just 3 people there that are the fates. It's exactly big enough to fit
Yeah.
3 people.
It will be crystal clear.
All right, I guess that's a start. Thanks.
Sophron, did you get the
Yeah.
gift I left for you?
I did. You seem to have had this knowledge for quite some time.
I have seen the pursuit you find yourself in.
Me?
It was I thought it would aid you in the times to come. Yes, you, the pursuit you are in.
And not these others.
This is your own personal pursuit.
Well, thank you. for your foresight and your aid. Why not give it to me in person?
I had to hide it from the one pursuing you. He would have found it, given all this time. So I hid it where he would not see it. But he pursues you yet.
And this person is...
This person is the man who you know, with the golden eyes, the one who has caused all of your pain. He does not rest.
No, you... I'm sorry. No, you're mistaken. I've not been hunted by a person for 400 years. I didn't exist 400 years ago.
No. The pursuit started not long ago, but he has been hunting you for many, many more years than that.
This doesn't make any sense. Why me? What have I done? This person's been pursuing me since forever, seemingly. There's nothing I've done to cause this.
600 years ago, someone came to me and asked for me to tell their future. And I told them what I saw. One who would come far in the future would be the one to kill him, or would be the one that would kill one of you. And so his hunt began then, though you were many years in the future.
So, I know this man. I've come across him in my life, and you're telling me this is not coincidence. This is not mortal failings or my own hubris that's caused me to have this vengeance? This is something that you have known about and you have been a direct participant in.
I am not a participant. I only see. But yes, I saw this contest that you, before you were even born, were destined to be a part of.
You withhold information from us. You don't tell us everything you see because the gods do not will it to be so. But you tell this person? Why do they deserve this special treatment? Why do they get to know the cause of their downfall? You won't tell us the reasons for our success.
You misunderstand. I don't explain. I just share what I see, and they interpret what they want or what they take away, much as you have done with your visions. And for them, I share with you what they took away, which was you, Sophron, many years in the future, would be the one to end one of you.
Fine, just help me find him now. I haven't seen him in 4 decades.
He has been diligent. I feel you will encounter him in the Silver City, where he schemes.
He's been diligent, creating other dragons.
He has he left?
Left Mytros? Is that what you're asking? I don't know his exact whereabouts. I just feel his tendrils in the city. Tendrils, figurative, Nemea.
Thank you. Did not like that word.
But Mytros is the Silver City, just to.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
The person is in Mytros, according to the Oracle.
He's in Mytros, spawning dragons for the king, according to Logan.
Oh, but nobody said that.
Those are your words, not mine or hers.
Yeah, classic. Those are your words.
You.
No gods, no kings, no
Well,
dragons.
Versi,
Let's go.
thank you. Versi, thank you for telling me this now, but I must say, why couldn't I have known this 35, 40 years ago?
You
Have
did
this
not come to
information.
me.
I didn't. I came to you now because of summons. I didn't seek you out from some premonition I had. I was told I had been foreseen. You foresaw me decades ago. Centuries, millennia ago, almost.
Give or take.
How do you... It's fine. It's fine. I will go to Mytros and I will do what I will with what you've given me. Thank you for the information. And Sophron takes his leave of the whole temple complex. He is outside, out in the steam river, pumping it off.
Nice. Anyone else want to have a nice, pleasant experience with the Oracle?
Elegy's out in the steam river also, and she's like, "Welcome to the club of anger."
Logan, how hot is the water?
It's not like burning your skin off. It's just like it's like a hot tub, but like on the hottest setting.
Okay.
And like
I mean,
you
Sophron, he
don't
just,
feel
like-
anything with your ring on.
Yeah. Sophron leaves the temple and wades into the water and like becomes angry that the water isn't hurting him. He wanted to come outside and get scalded by steam. Elegy,
Yeah, I
you
feel
did
like
see him human.
Nemea
You
goes.
could
Kai
put
is
these
throwing
robes
large
on; it'll
rocks.
make it extra hot.
Kai's throwing large rocks and splashing you. I did not know I could upload image files to that.
You
Sorry.
can't.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else?
Kai sits in the prophet's lap and says, tell me the dirt on Nemea. 2 truths and 1 trauma. Let's go."
She does the hand thing.
Patented hand thing.
And we're
Patented.
pushed to the Silver City.
Before you go, Nemea, Versi says, Nemea, a moment.
Okay, yeah. Walk over. It's really hard when you know everything, but you can't tell us. It's it must be.
I'll tell you. It's I have to abide by some rules, or else the fates would get very upset and come after me. So I can share, but I can't explain, and there's things I can't do, which is infuriating to those around me, and I'm sorry that I've hurt you and your friends.
Okay, all right. I'll try to patch things up.
On a personal note, and well, as opposed to
Yeah.
everything else we've done today,
All business.
it's been business thus far.
Yes, on a personal note.
I can see that you don't see me. And though that makes me sad, I understand that what we had won't be again, and that you gave that up for what you must do. And so I will give you this, and I will leave it at that. And so she puts a little trinket in your hand, pats it, and then she turns to go, and you see just a small tear.
Wow.
And
Way
she
to
leaves you.
Guilt trip.
She's so toxic.
Wow.
And then you are left alone in her chamber.
You're better without her.
What'd she give me?
She gave you a little locket, and it's sort of gold lined, and in the middle, it's almost like a magic 8-ball. You can flip it over, and there's a little window into this sort of black inky liquid, and there's one of her she has golden scales. There's a golden scale floating in it, and it lets you cast clairvoyance.
Oh, love that. Well, I'll look that up later. Okay, great. I will take that locket and the emotional baggage she left me with.
Ain't that the truth?
And go out to everybody.
They're having a great time outside. You get upstairs,
They
and
are.
Proteus is like, "How did that go?"
You know, Proteus, I really don't know.
It's a common reaction
she
people
usu-
have.
Is she usually like this?
She's been very distraught recently.
Yeah, about what?
You.
Wow.
She won't say it, but
Okay.
I've known her for a long time. Would you believe?
You are very
Would you
distressing.
believe
Nemea.
1,000 years I've known her? That's a lie. I'm just but a normal person.
For all of the, from outside, my hand has come in. Hi. She's like, I understand that she's distressed, but I'm also, I'm trying to understand who I am, and, we'll figure it out one way or another. I don't want her to be distressed, but, I have to be true to myself.
That's between you and her.
But you asked me how I was.
It
Proteus.
was more of a formality.
Oh. I roll.
All right, then go fuck off.
Nemea is like,
Get out of here.
yeah, Nemea is like, all right, we're going to Mytros.
Perfect. As you leave, you see 2 small children gawking at you as you leave, but you pay them no mind because they don't mean anything to you.
They mean nothing to me, but I think, oh, how cute.
Uh-huh. Perfect. And then you are also outside in the temple, and you see a bunch of happy people soaking in the water.
Soaking and sulking.
Kai is red as a lobster. Just he's been underwater this whole time. Just.
All right, well, the things are not clearer than before, but do we want to go to Mytros?
I mean, want is a strong word, I would say, but it seems like we have to.
But you said you were born in Mytros.
I mean, I lived there for a bit, but doesn't mean I want to go back.
That he was banished.
Cities... That's not true. Don't spread lies.
We can get you back in. I know people. Rebecca will help.
I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know who Rebecca is.
Got you.
Great.
Perfect. You guys begin walking. Not too long after you depart the temple, you look up and you see in the sky a large shadow, and then a second, and then a third. Great winged creatures. Not birds. Once the sun hits them, you see a coppery glint gleaming off of 3 grand dragons flying in the sky. You see them sort of patrolling, and then you see them see your party, and they sort of make their way down. Once they get a little closer, you can see the red cloak of the knights riding sort of billowing behind them. The people from Mytros recognize the attire that they're wearing is from the centurions of Mytros. They're the city guards, and there seem to be some high-ranking officials in that organization. They land near you. Just large, probably the size, double the size of a horse, like a very sizable dragon. This was not the case, Kai. Remember, I just described they were small and wimpy. You've not seen any copper dragons of this size.
Double the size of a horse still doesn't feel crazy.
I think they were cat-sized when you were there. And one of the centurions dismounts, gleaming armor, very polished. You can tell he put on his best, and he comes up. He has a determined look in his eye. You see his determined look, but he's not coming at you aggressively. And he says, "Greetings, I am Tarkhan. I have come on behalf of King Acastus to escort you to his palace. He wishes an audience with you." And that is where we will call it for the night.
Perfect timing.
Rude. Threatening us with dragons?
Horsey dragons.
Horsey dragons.
We could take
I think they're threatening.
We could take them.
It's a show of force.
Well, that is your words, not mine.
Next Thursday.
Perfect. So we will end it here for the night. We will pick up next time with Tarkhan greeting you, and I presume you going to Mytros. And we'll see what
Presumptive.
we'll see what you do in the great Silver City, and you're all happy, and everyone's happier than when they started the session. So we will leave it there.
Only happiness and joy.
Only happiness and joy. We'll pick up next week at the regularly scheduled 7:08. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
I'll play our exit video one more time so you can appreciate that, and then we'll be back.
Oh my gosh.